All right, everybody. Well, that was the interview with Hammers May, who's a part of the Hammers casual community, making videos out there for Armajet. Also works with Crit Ops community as well, and we have got a lot. That was one of the two surprises that we have for you guys here today, and we also have. I'm sure TP mentioned it earlier when we came in. We have giveaways coming in as well. Is Imperium going to be joining us?
What you mean I'm here, man? I was waiting for you to introduce me, dude.
What's up, buddy?
Man, that deflated introduction. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
We still love you. We still love you, Imperium.
It's okay. By the way, because I was listening to the interview, first of all, absolutely amazing job. The questions you asked were so awesome, and Hammers May answered them so well, and gave a lot of insight. The piece, before we go into the action that we're going to have underway, the bit that resonated with me most, Sean, is when she talked about initially wanting to be a competitive player and then found herself, enjoying content creation and the back end of things more. And that resonated with me a lot as a caster, because I really wanted to be a competitive player when I first started playing. And now I've developed into being a caster and wanting to do that. And that just totally resonated with me. So absolutely amazing interview. But that was then. We are going to bring up for you guys, if it's not already, the schedule we have for you today. Sean, it's going to be an evening of absolute epic Armajet action, because to begin with, we're going to have the one and only tribe against the fantastic Labots, which is essentially the winners bracket final. What is then going to happen is the winner of that matchup will go directly into the grand final, and the loser of that bracket will go on to face Hammers Esports. And then the winner of the Hammer Esports versus to be decided will go on to face the winner of the winner brackets in the
winner of the
finals.
first match, right?
Yeah, the winner of the first match. So these teams have essentially, Hammers only have one chance to make the grand final, but both Tribe and the Bots have two chances to make it into the grand final. Of course, you don't want to have to go the long route. You want to have to go to the fast route, so to speak. But outside of the matches, Sean, why don't you tell the lovely audience what else we have for them?
Well, we've got two giveaways after the first match, guys. And the command to do the giveaway is !Crossfire. And then after the bot selects the winner for the giveaway, just go ahead and put your IGN in chat. We will track that so that we can go ahead and give you guys that Paragon. So we are going to be giving away Paragon today. And I forgot how much Paragon it is. Do you remember, Impy?
I think it's apparently 4,000 Paragon.
Total? I don't think it's 4,000 Paragon. I think that's a little too much. I think we're going to be giving it away a amount.
It's 500.
It's 500. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, it's going to be 100 Paragon in 5 giveaways, and then before the at the break before the finals, we will be giving another 3 giveaways. So in total, that's 2 giveaways after the first match, 3 giveaways after the at the break before the finals. So be sure to tune in for those guys, and !Crossfire for the giveaway to get that Paragon in game and get yourself open up those bounties quicker, get yourself some skins possibly for either your loadouts or your pilot when we have the new update and we have skins for the pilot. So it's going to be exciting, and thanks to Kima and Armajet, Super Bit Machine, for providing that Paragon for the giveaways.
Indeed, and just for supporting these absolutely awesome tournaments in general. But, Sean, these games are best of 5. Not best of 3, not best of 1, not best of 4, best of 5. This is where we can get into the most sweatiest, most insane, most unbelievably crazy, heart pumping, heart stopping matches between these teams. It is going to begin with Tribe and the Bots. So I want to ask you, what do you think? The fact that it's best of 5, the fact that either team does technically have 2 chances to get into the grand final, how do you think that is going to play into their mentality, their attitude, and what they are looking to do in the game? Obviously, the end result being that that they win, but what do you think that in terms of the path towards getting that win?
I think this is going to be a very intriguing last day here, because doing the best of 5, we've already seen 2 out of these 3 teams, Labots and Hammers, involved in a best of 3,
Yes.
which was the only best of 3 that we had seen so far in the Scorpia, Crossfire, Armajet tournament. Tribe has not gone to a best of 3 yet. They've or the full length of a best of 3. They've only gone 2 matches in a row, which they have easily stomped any of their opponents. However, because Labots and Hammers both have this experience, maybe they could take Tribe to all the way to the best of 5, or drag out the games a little bit further, the rounds a little bit more, to be able to wear down the Titan that is Tribe. And the craziest thing here is that Hammers, we've talked about it so much over and over again, is Hammers has actually gone. Sorry, guys, I haven't gotten into the Armajet game yet. I'm taking my sweet time talking. But yeah, Hammers dropped down into the losers bracket after the first day, but they did get 1 win. And then yesterday, they just completely dominated and got themselves out of that lower bracket and are back up here for the finals day games. So being here now, it gives them an opportunity to get vengeance against Labots, and there is no way they won't fight Labots at some point. They're either going to fight them in the second match of the day, or they're going to be fighting them in the finals. It really depends on what happens. So we're definitely going to see those two teams go up against each other, and it's going to be a fabulous battle.
It is, and the first map of this best of 5 is going to be Magma. It's going to be followed by Snow, Moon, and if we get to the 4th and 5 matches, Temple, and then Moon again. So these players, these teams are aware of the map formation of this game. And also want to say, I don't know if you're in the party yet, in the spectator slot, but I love the fact that once again, all of these 8 players are kind of into one rock, have a laugh, enjoying themselves. And like I mentioned it yesterday, and I think also similar to what May said, it's just great to build up this community, have these set of players that respectfully enjoy the competition they give each other, and that it's essentially toxic free, within reason, and it's just about having as much fun, doing the best you can, and whatever happens in between is a kind of a bonus, if that makes sense. But we are going to be getting underway in this match as quickly as possible. So what is your prediction, Sean? What is your prediction?
I actually wanted to talk about some of the stats that Tribes got to us, these are great stats from the last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So we've got Hammers Devoted, actually, with the top KD 3.38 so far, with an average rating of 1610 across 4 maps. Next to that, we have Labots Bad Sky Rose with a 2.6 KD, and that's a 2055 average. This is actually the highest average among all the points across 5 maps, which is pretty insane. So next to that, we have Tribe. It's actually all Tribe if you look at it.
Well,
it's Tribe next, and then it's all Hammers, and there's other tribes in there. We've got GGEZ, we've got Hammers, and more Labots. So you could tell by the stats that we have up here in this game, in this Armajet tournament for Scorpia, that there is just so much domination by these 3 teams here: Tribe, Hammers, and Labots.
And that's true. But
Yeah. So, but you wanted to talk about predictions, or did you want me to predict who's going to win this particular game right now?
while talking about the top 10, one, I love the fact that the top 3 are all different teams, even though Tribe are mainly in there in the top 10. The top 3 are the final teams, and I think that it's really nice to see. But also, let's point out that with the KDA, Tribe have essentially played less games, and they play the same amount as Bot, and Hammers have played the most amount of games. So the more games you play, generally the less average. Yeah, technically your stats can go down. So for Devoted to be on top, and for other members of Hammers to be in between Tribe and Labots, it's really, it shows how strong Hammers have performed in the loser bracket, and it shows realistically what their potential can be. But real quickly, before we get into this game, which we're on the countdown, who do you think is going to win it, Sean?
I want to go with Tribe here. As much as I love Labots and what they've been doing in this tournament, I feel like Tribe is going to come out on top here.
Okay, well, interestingly so, we do see 2v2 situation between these two teams. Tribe are the blue team, Labots are the red team. They did take a small lead, and then it's gone directly into the side of Tribe. Biko taken down bad, but both teams are looking a little bit passive, but Tribe are sticking a little bit far apart. And we do see Rihanna getting a kill on the Maverick. Archer getting the double kill. It is a 5v3 situation. Maverick has picked up the double damage, 6-5. It's as close as I kind of expected. Draco-Zan has picked up invisibility. Sean, first 45 seconds, both teams were on 6 kills each, looking pretty even, but Maverick is on a goddamn killing spree, baby.
And this is insane because we have the complete inverse on the loadouts for each side. We've got 3 Long Claws over on Tribe and 1 Black Tusk, whereas we had 3 Black Tusks and 1 Long Claw over there for Labots, and that makes it so it's just like, what? You think that one team would have a clear advantage over the other, but it's not the case. It allows the Black Tusks to get in there to do some quick damage in and out, and the Long Claws, though they can do a lot of damage from a distance, the reload time is just so long in between shots.
Yeah, exactly. Now we do see 12 situation, as we do see now Tribe taking a small bit of lead, 42-15, 13. 15-14, they are trading blows left, right, and center. And one thing I want to point out, compared to other games, these two teams, they seem to be very composed with where they're going on the map, very calculated. And actually, it's not, is it just me, or it doesn't feel as fast-paced as we've seen other teams go up against each other. It's not that they're passive. It's not necessarily that they're it's just they're very respectful and coordinated. We haven't seen too many absolute killer blows, but in saying that, Bad is on a killing spree, putting the bots in a situation where they're 3 points ahead of Tribe, with Draco-Zan picking up the invisibility. That's what he can do, as he does help to get the job onto Houdini. Biko turns around, gets the kill onto Reno, but Archer follows up with 2 kills. Draco-Zan, Archer, 23-29. The bots are starting to run away with it with 1.5 minutes to go, Sean.
This is exactly what needed to happen. They just kept pace with Tribe equally up until the minute 45 mark, and as soon as those power-ups in the mid respawned, the bots grabbed both the double damage and the invis, so they were able to take advantage of that and trade much better into Tribe.
And now they are 9 points. No, sorry, they are 9 points ahead of Tribe with 1 minute to go. Maverick has ended Archer's killing spree, but we are down to 10. No, sorry, 9. Either way, the bots are starting to really maintain their lead. It's going to be slightly harder for Tribe to get back into it, but they've reduced it down to 5. Is this going to be the best turnaround for Tribe? Is this going to be the bots wasting it away, but no defeat? And the bots take a game 1, Sean.
This is insanity. This is insanity. Labots did what they needed to do. They shut down Tribe by making sure that they were even with them. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive,
Yeah,
but just keeping even pace with this Goliath that Tribe has been undefeated so far in the tournament, that's exactly what they needed to do.
exactly.
They've had the time to strategize, to think for themselves. They had that bye yesterday. Both these teams had a lot of time to strategize. And let's go ahead and take a look at the top guys in the game. We actually had Maverick and Bad both being the top with their kills, but their deaths were what the difference were. So just have dying more often. We've talked about this over and over again. If you're down on health, you're going red on your screen, you've got to back out of those fights because there's no way you're going to be any use to your team. You've got to be able to grab yourself a health power up, grab yourself one of the shields that are out there on the map so that you can maintain yourself and stay alive. Damage rotation, it's so important in Armajet.
It is, and the bots really hung on to that so well, getting the better of Tribe in this game on. But new game, new map, new opportunities for Tribe to get back into. Do you think that this map can favor Tribe?
I don't know if necessarily the map can favor Tribe. It really depends on how they play. There's no invis this time, so Snowbase, it's only got the bot lane has the double damage. So if they can control the double damage effectively, they've got sentries in their loadout. If they can throw those Black Tusk sentries down, then they may be able to prevent one of the sides from being aggressed on by Libots. But we're going to definitely have to see. If there's anything that I would like to see them use, would be probably the Tremor or the Thunderstorm right now, because we have really tight quarters here. And I love how everybody was just jumping on that bounce pad right there.
I noticed that, but we are getting in this game 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have liftoff in this game too. It is a best of 5. If you've just joined us, welcome to the Scorpia Partners Crossfire Armajet Tournament. I am Imperium, joined by the one and only fantastic Sean Austino in this best of 5 grand final fight between Tribe and Labots. Tribe going 3-1 head in the first 30 seconds. Again, a little bit slow pace, very passive overall, just calculated between the two teams. Dracosan has picked up the shield. B goes on a killing spree. It seems like Labots are a little bit kind of not quite together as they would like to be, but bad has ended bit because kill spree. What the hell? 6 each straight away. What the hell is going on? Sean, a fight in the middle of the bottom lane between these two teams. They start ripping into each other straight away. It's 9-9, but Samo's going in, trying to end the killing spree. Gets a double kill, but straight away it is followed up by the bots going straight in. The battles seem to be consistently happening, which is kind of normal in this game, in the bottom lane center area of the map. That's mainly because it's the easiest way to duck and dive and get the shots off, and then you do pick up that double damage, which has been handed out and followed up by Dracosan. But 15, 16 of the bots are slightly hanging into it. Sean, let us know what has been going on, technically speaking.
Oh man, if you look at the top 2 killers in each game, Becco and Archer both have 7 and 4 right now, but Dracosan has been picking up a lot of assists. He's got himself 5, so he's really instrumental in being able to do damage and have his team members pick off the enemy team, pick off Tribe. And you can see that they're pulling away slightly. They've got 3 kills in the lead right now. It's down to 2, and we're at the 2-minute mark in the game. It's halfway over. So Tribe can still come back from this, but the way that we see Labots sticking together, playing as a team, rotating the damage, controlling the mid, juggling that double damage around, that's exactly what they need to do to be able to win this game, and maybe even take the game in a 3 matches off the series.
Definitely airstrikes bearing down on this map, 27-30. The bots are still following it up, keeping consistency. Not quite the lead that we saw in the previous game, but double damage has been picked up. We are 2 points in between these two games. Will we see Tribe turn around a little bit and get the game 2, or will the bots hold out with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go? Both teams very close to the 40 round matchup. 34, 35, 36 to 33 for the bots in this game. 1 minute 10 to go. Brianna's picked up double damage. Is this going to be the final blow for the bots to secure this win, as Houdini lays down his perk and actually allows a bit more control over the side of Tribe, but it's 38 to 35, 39 to 35. One more kill for the bots will do as they engage hard, but they're going to actually lose their life. Could this be the end? 38, 39. What are the bots do? No, they do. Take that final kill. That's all they needed. They went in so hard in the last 15 seconds when they were so close to taking that round, and it nearly fell apart, Sean.
It nearly did. We had one of the members of Labots actually looping around the right side of the map, coming in to try to flank Tribe from the east, because they were all grouped up there in that choke point in the bot mid lane area. So them going after them from that side was actually a smart move to do, but the first member of Labots got annihilated. After that, they already knew that they were damaged. They were all hurt. So sending in Rihani to get in there and do some more damage with his Black Tusk was the wisest move to do, and that got them that one kill that they needed to finish the game. It was so close. There were only 2 kills separating these two teams by the very end, and Labots now is up 2 games in this 5-game series. All they need to do is win this one. Tribe, the Goliath, has stones embedded in them now. They are about to fall. Will they be able to get out of this deficit they're in?
And it's not the fact that the bots have dominated Tribe, because if you look at the last game, and in my opinion, it's the first time we've seen it in a series where the players, all 4 players of each team, are so close to each other in terms of kills and deaths. So no player on each team has gotten like 14 kills and only died twice. They've been so close to, in terms of if you get 12 kills, you're dying 10, maybe 9 times. And that's consistently been across all 8 players of this of these teams. And it, like I said, it shows how close that they are. And all it's going to take is for Tribe just to kind of ramp it up a little bit more, maybe survive slightly better, and they can turn around. But new base, new map, new opportunity. Is this going to be Labots turning it into a 3-0 wipeout against Tribe? But Tribe are very heavily on the back foot. They need to play it clever, play it wise. 1 kill each, 2-1 in the favor of Tribe. Fantastic sniper shot coming out from Biko and Samo as well to give them a 2-0 lead early on in this game. Shield is focused on Archer, picks up, gets a kill onto Biko. Now we're seeing the bots starting to get into their element, but no Tribe. They are returning fire 30 seconds into this game. I just cannot consistently say enough how close these two teams are against each other, Sean.
It's pretty insane. We've actually seen Tribe throwing out 3 long claws as their loadouts in this matchup so far. They maintain their distance. We do see now Labots is starting to gain ground. They picked up the double damage, so they definitely have got control over that, and as well as the invis. Dracasan is trying to flank around the side, but they have got themselves a wise loadout right now. They're running and gunning right now with Black Tusks and only 1 long claw at the moment. But that long claw on bad, he's got the double damage right now, so he can throw out those 1-shot 1 kills, baby.
Oh yes. Okay, 18-9. So definitely the bots have a double the kill lead ahead of Tribe. Tribe seem a little bit off kilter in this middle minute mark of this game. 2.5 minutes left in this game. The long claws are definitely not really paying off for Tribe, because kills and kills and kills. It's down to 7, but the bots are holding out so effectively Sean Austino consistently kind of, heading it in their favor. And you got to give credit to both Bad Dracosan and the rest of the bots team just keeping it well within their limits against this monstrous Tribe roster. We are down to 5 kills. Tribe seem to be just so close to getting ahead, but they just seem to lose it. They're like a kid, so close to taking that sweep, but then they just lose it. They fall over, and they just kind of fall behind once again, as it is down to 26-18 between the two teams. Again, 1.5 minutes ago. Sean, what do Tribe need to do?
Well, what Tribe needs to do is they've got to outpace, they've got to out-trade right now, because we only have 1.5 minutes left remaining in the game. There's only 8 kills remaining for the bots to be able to take this game. They have got to be able to get in there and kill 2 or 3 more members of the enemy team without falling, without dying, but with another member on the map. Bad has his drone sentry out there shooting people up. That's another body out there on the map, and there's only 1 kill left. The bots, they have this. Maverick, he's going low. He's in a 2v1 situation. Watch out.
Here we go. Is this going to be the end? And defeat the bots secure their spot in the grand final of this Scorpia Partners Crossfire Armajet tournament. You said Tribe were going to win. They got wiped out in that last game. They didn't do anything. They didn't secure a game. Yes, we talked about how the first 2 games were very close, but they just, it's like they cracked under the pressure time and time again, Sean.
They totally did. And you know who they didn't think about were the 2 big players on Labat's side. They didn't think about the sub from Misfits, Dracosan. They did not think about Bad, who got 16 and 10 kills respectively with only 8 and 9 deaths. They were trading so well into the enemy team, whereas we saw the top 2 players on Tribe. They had 8 and 11 deaths, 8 and 14 deaths. They had such huge deficits on their trades, and that's why we had this game get picked up so easily by Labat's. And not only that, but this series 3-0 right now in this best of 5.
Wow.
And Labat's is moving on. They're going in. They're going to be waiting for whoever fights, whoever comes out in the next match between Hammers and Tribe right now. So this is a pretty insane turn of events here. Tribe has fallen. They have the opportunity to come back and go up against Labat's again for a piece of vengeance. But I think Hammers wants that vengeance even more.
Some would say that Tribe have been humbled by this Labat's team, Sean Austino. And they will still have a second chance, though, as they do go on to face the winner of the loser brackets, the mighty Hammer Esports, who are going to have it all to play for. But before we have this matchup, Sean, we have some Paragon to give away.
That's right.
Do not? Baby.
Yes, we sure do. We've got 200 Paragon to give away, guys. So be sure to do the command !Crossfire in the Twitch chat right now. If you guys do that, we will pick the winner. And then after that, once you're selected, if your name is announced by the bot, then you yourself go ahead, put in your IGN into chat, and we will track it. We will get you that Paragon. We're giving away 2 $100 Paragon giveaways right now.
Yeah, they kind of put on a hypothetical timer kind of thing as to when we'll have these giveaways over and done with before the next match, or before we have a bit of a break for you guys. And this is, you know what, this series is really going to be looking tasty. And I've got to ask, because Tribe have to they have to kind of, pick themselves back up. They have to somewhat forget about what just happened, which isn't going to be easy to do, in my opinion. And they're going to go on to face this Hammers team. And when you look at how this tournament has played out so far, Labat's beat Hammers, Labat's beat Tribe. Tribe are going on to face Hammers. So, technically speaking, Tribe are going up against an easier team. I'm not saying Hammers are easy, but based on what we've seen so far, technically speaking, they're going up against an easier team. But are they really going to be thinking that, Sean?
I don't know, man. Like I want to go ahead and dissent a little bit here because I feel like they could be thinking that. Tribe's mentality, yes. Psychologically, they could be thinking that oh, we're going to go up against a team that's coming from the losers bracket, so we can take them out easily. But from my perspective, I feel like Hammers dropping down has made them more durable. They have had the endurance to not only get up, they got one win the first day out of the 2 matches they played. They won one of those matches. Dropping down into the losers bracket, having to fight all the way yesterday and come back today, come back out of the underworld. This is just insanity for them to get to this point. And it really shows that they can keep it up. They can keep going beyond the 4-minute matches each time. And I know we've been making that joke all weekend.
Excuse me, I don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? How dare you reduce this stream down to that kind of language and wording? Disgusting, Sean. No, I'm just joking.
No, but I feel like this one is a toss-up, actually. I feel like it could go either Tribe or Hammers, but I feel like I want to say Hammers. If Hammers wins this one, then they're going to be going up against Labots, and it's vengeance time, man. And it could be either vengeance for Tribe or Hammers right now against Labots, but Hammers has got it more. They want it. They can taste it. Vengeance is a dish best served cold, and we're in Armajet, baby. It's very cold in space.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, but we're not just going to be playing in space. Technically, they're going to be playing in hell, which is pretty damn hot. They're going to be playing all over the place, in the forest, in the jungle. You could say the temples of the jungle. Which, hey, look, that could be a mix of both. Very humid, but yeah.
Well, it's all in space because it's outside of Earth. Right, because we got the moon base, the magma planet could be like Venus or Mercury or something hotter, right? So we're all going into space.
Could be
at
in
some
point. You never know.
Uranus. Eurectum. They changed that. They changed that planet's name to Eurectum. They didn't like that joke.
Are you actually serious? Or are you just taking it? Okay, no, I don't think you're being serious. But anyway, I just got baited. I got baited hard.
You're baited.
Hook, line, and sinker. So the winner of the first giveaway, by the way, has actually been Royal Havoc. I forget. I'm not gonna lie. I forget what team he plays for. I think it is Team GG Easy. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Royal Havoc has won the first giveaway. So congratulations to you, my good sir, madam, gentleman, whatever you want to be called. You have won 100 Paragon for yourself. That's not too bad. We are now just going to get you guys to enter in for the second giveaway, and we will get this get the second giveaway underway, and then we will look to prepare for this next game. I think, Sean, we are going to have a small bit of a break after the second giveaway because, like I said, Tribe need to rest a little bit after that absolute
massacre.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, but yeah, after that blood curdling defeat,
it was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath.
Sure was. Jetpacks were flying off of pilots' bodies. They were exploding other bodies. Gore and just parts were flying everywhere. There was nothing they could do about it. But then again, everybody's doing what they need to do right now. They're putting ! Crossfire in the chat, and we will choose the winner right there. So thank you guys for doing that. What were you saying, Imperium? Go ahead, my boy.
Well, no, I was just going to say, like, as much as we've obviously hyped up the defeat, so to speak, like I mentioned in the first 2 games, Tribe really did push Labots to their limit. They were so close to kind of taking it from Labots in the first 2 games. It was only really the third game that it fell apart for them, but in the first 2 games, it did come down to the wire. So that, even though we've talked about kind of Hammers and Tribe and who we think it's going to go in the favor of, which I'm in agreement with you. I do think, based on the path the Hammers have crossed, plus what May did say in terms of the preparation the Hammers have put in, I do think it is going going to go in the favor of Hammers, but I would love to see a fourth game and even a fifth game in the best of 5 series, because there's a reason why we do it. It's meant to create more excitement, give a team a chance of redemption in clawing their way back, and essentially maybe creating a bit of a turnaround situation where they go 2 games down and they turn it around and they absolutely annihilate the next couple of games. So yeah, the Tribe definitely are by no means down and out in this next matchup against Hammers Esports, Sean.
Yeah, they're definitely not down and out. They could come back. They could get themselves some of that sweet revenge from today. But yeah, I feel like Hammers they've got it more, man. That interview hyped me up with May. That the whole tournament has been the story of Hammers and their struggle and what they're going to be doing. What, like, once they win, like, it feels so good. Like, you can't deny them this.
No, you can't at all. Plus Hammers have the top player after day 1 and 2 on their team. Devoted with that 3.38 KD. And on a side note, he came in as a sub for LCF. So, I don't know if he's normally on the main roster, but he came in as a sub. And he kind of turned around and go, hey, look, I'm here to stay, boys. I'm here to carry the team to victory. Even though it's a team effort, I'm going to absolutely annihilate the enemy on my own, and you guys are going to follow my lead. And that's what he has done. He could be the key component to Hammers ripping through this Tribe roster.
Let's also talk about Lucas, who's played across 8 maps, and Big King L, who has played across 9 maps. And for their stats, we've got Lucas with his KD of 1.82, and he's got 1,500 average rating. We've got Big King L with 1.44 KD, and his average rating is 1,450. So you can see the longevity between these players and how much they've played in this tournament so far. These guys really want it.
They do really want it, and it has just been announced that the winner of the second giveaway is Houdinio, which is Houdiniyo. So put your IGN in chat. Congratulations to you, sir, for winning 100 Paragon. And on that note, after those 2 giveaways, we are going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be back with the second final of the grand finals, which will be between Tribe and Hammers Esports. So don't go away. Thank you for joining so far, and see you guys soon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Armajet Crossfire Scorpia Partners Mobile Tournament. I am one of your casters, Sean Austino, and I'm joined here by my awesome boy and lovely caster, Imperium. How you doing, buddy?
Hi. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing in this game? But anyway,
we've actually got to do the le bots croissant action. I love myself some baguette croissants.
Oh yeah.
I am le bot. I am a robot le bot. I come in, I destroy any pilot in Armajet.
I do not know if I can follow this up with my pain au chocolat action on the Armajet stage, but I will do my best. See, that sucked ass. But anyway, enough of the fooling around. We have a lot of action ahead of us. We saw, if you're just joining us and wondering what the hell is going on, I know I would be too. We already saw the first final between, or one of the first kind of the winner bracket finals, should I say, between Tribe and Lebots. And Lebots, I can't help it, won 3-0 quite effectively. When I say quite effectively, it
very strong showing.
It was pretty damn strong, especially that last game.
They had a really hard robot arm.
Okay, do you like hard robot arms, Sean? Anyway, because of that, Tribe move down into the loser bracket final where they will face Hammers Esports. And we've already talked about the fact that Hammers have crawled their way from the bottom of the barrel that is this Crossfire Armajet tournament. And they've played a lot of matches. They have genuinely done a lot in terms of work, time, effort, as we heard in the interview that Sean did with Hammers May. They've practiced a lot. They've viewed a lot of footage. I forget exactly how much in terms of hours. 40 gigabytes worth of footage. It was absolutely amazing. So they put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and they definitely deserve to be here. But they're going to go up against Tribe. And sure enough, Tribe will have dusted down and become humbled by their performance against the Bots, and will look to play somewhat of a very different game against Hammers Esports. But Hammers are a very different opponent to the Bots. They have the likes of Devoted, who is currently standing on the very top of the top 10 players after day 1 and 2 with a massive 3.38 KD ratio. But Hammers have also the likes of Lucas and Big King L, as well as LCF, who are really fantastic players within this Armajet community. So tell me this, Sean. Without sounding too obvious, what do Tribe have to do to get the better of Hammers?
Well, what Tribe has to do is they've got to get the early game. If they're able to maintain their lead early and not just pace equally with Hammers, I think they'll be able to wear Hammers down. They've got to shut down Devoted, who we just talked about. It has that huge KD, actually. And him making the biggest impact in the games that we've seen across 4 maps has been something that's been very, very effective for Hammers to get them outside of this. But it looks like we're getting started into the map right now, and we've got three long claws already for Tribe.
Indeed, it's 2-2 piece because we are in this magma map, which does allow the likes of the Longclaw to really become prominent from one end of the map to the other. But Big King L going in hard on the front line now, joining the rest of his team in this kind of backline area, bottom lane of this magma map, trying to get the better. Big King L dishing out a lot of damage and gets taken down in the process by Beagle. SCF follows up onto Maverick, and then Houdini takes down Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid is not in a Western movie, that is unsurprising. The double damage being picked up by Billy the Kid, if he can do a lot of work with that. But Houdini has followed up with an invisibility. 9 and 8 between these two teams. Tribe very, very mildly ahead in this game. They had similar situations against the bots, and they slightly crumbled under pressure. Will they do the same against Hammer, Sean?
I want to note that Devoted, who we've been talking about a lot, is actually not playing for Hammers right now. We've got Billy the Kid, Python, Big King L, and Billy the Kid, he's trading really well into Tribe right now with 6 and 3 right now for his KD. But we have Houdini with 6 and 1 on the other side, and that's why we have Tribe in the lead right now with 5 kills. Houdini has got to be shut down.
Houdini is the magic man performing magic tricks. Now you see him, now you don't, and he's pulling out all the stops. However, Hammer's sticking as a 3-man team. Big King L, LCF, Python are working so well together on the left-hand side of that map to take down certain members of the Tribe that they are just 2 points. Sorry, not 2 points. They are even trading now. 1 point behind. They are 1 point ahead. This is absolutely ridiculous between these two teams. 2 minutes into the game, they are 22 points apiece. That is absolutely ridiculous going into this final. It is a best of 5. So these teams have a lot of chance. And Hammers, 3 kills in a row. They go 4 points ahead. Sean Austino, as Samo has finished LCS's God, that was so terrible. A killing spree, but the double damage and the invisibility have been picked up on the side of, double damage alone on the side of Hammers Esports, but Houdini has ended the killing spree as the LCS picks up that double damage once again. 2 points, 3 points, just separating these two teams. Sean Austino, less than 1.5 minutes to go as the airstrike rains down on this magma map to try and wipe down this Tribe team. Billy the Kid fantastically placed, perk coming out from himself, but there's still only 1 point separating these two teams with 1 minute to go. Sean,
we are halfway to getting the power-ups back there in the mid with the double damage and the invis. And we actually did see the previous time that both of those power-ups were picked up by Hammers. And that allowed them to trade so well and to get an early lead. But the Tribe has regained the lead just by 1. Could we go into OT right now with 30 seconds remaining? It's a very big possibility if we do go into overtime. This could be the first time we get an OT. The double damage is about to respawn. We have a sentry up there. There's a sentry on the bottom too. There's a lot of fighting going down in the bot lane right now. Double damage is there. Biko!
40! Tribe!
It's Tribe!
39! Oh my god! What the hell just happened, Tribe? That, Sean Austino, that was so close to the bitter end. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, these two teams definitely working so close to each other. Break down those stats. Break down that game, Sean.
Well, Ilsif, who was giving his teammates a lot of other time to switch in, rotate in some of the other players in play, did come back into this game. He got himself 10 and 10 right there. Look at Samo on the other hand. Samo he was the big difference maker in this game. He had 11 deaths to his 13 kills. And even though he only had 1 assist, he was able, those 2 extra kills, without those 2 extra kills compared to Hammers, they wouldn't have been able to win this game. It would have been Hammers cleanly sweeping this one out. Well, not cleanly, but sweeping this one out from under Tribe. And now we have Tribe 1 up. They want to get out of this 3rd place situation. They want to get into the winner's circle. They want to get up there and win this tournament, and at the very least get 2nd place. So we're going to see what the rest of this series entails. But this is going to be a pretty crazy matchup if Hammers comes back and wins 1 game off a Tribe.
And it's actually funny, and I want to bring an element into this series that we haven't talked about too much. We touched upon, and actually I know May touched on it as well, is that first game was in the EU server, and because Tribe are, even though they're an NA org, their team is actually EU based. So technically they had the ping advantage. They had the lack of lag advantage against Hammers. and they just about won. Whereas now, Hammers are there in the NA server, which technically gives the advantage over the Hammers. It's like a game of football where it's home and away, and technically speaking, Hammers should be able to get on top of this game against Tribe in this best of 5 series.
Technically speaking, yes, but that's where it gets to real player technical skill and ability. If you're able to compensate for that small ping difference between the regions, and you're able to know where the enemy is going to be, predict where they're going to be, shoot your rounds in that location, use your Black Tusk or whatever weapons effectively, even more effectively if you're using a Long Claw to be able to predict where they're going to be, then you're a complete master of Armajet, and you're going to win here in the Scorpia Crossfire tournament. So we're definitely going to see who comes out on top here in this game.
You know who's just come in for Hammers, Sean? Devoted.
Devoted
is in. You know,
the big man himself.
The big man, the boss man. Now, Billy the Kid has stayed on that roster, so it's Big King L, Billy the Kid, Lucas, and Devoted. Elsia's swapping out, maybe a little bit disappointed with his performance, maybe giving others a chance, but I don't think it's a matter of giving Devoted a chance. It's actually giving Devoted the floor, giving him the game and going, run with it, my child. Become the master of Armajet and carry us to the top of the mountain. And I think this is Devoted's time to shine in this series. But this map really does completely change the element of how the game is played, because it's very much open. You can hide behind the small rocks. It allows for a different kind of play style. So we are into this game, and let's see what Hammers can do, as they're a little bit spread out, and already Billy the Kid is suffocated by this Tribe roster, but Big King L follows up with the kill onto Biko 1-1, only 12 seconds into this game. It's starting to full on play into the hands of Hammers. Pretty good, I think, but what are the kind of loadouts that these players have, Sean?
Well, Tribe has got themselves 3 Long Claws, the snipers, and 1 Black Tusk at the moment, so they're going for the long game right now with the heavy damage. But then we do have 2 Long Claws, and we've got, it looks like we have at least 1. We have 2 Black Tusks over there for Hammers at the moment. So they've gone a little bit more aggressive, but they need to get within distance of Tribe to be able to do that damage, to have that damage output. And we do see the control of the mid already going to Tribe, and they've picked up that double damage. And the Invis was picked up by Devoted, but he didn't get to use it very effectively.
Yeah, he did end the kill spree on the side of Samos. That is one stuff. And they've actually, that lead is still only 5 kills. It's not really too much, but definitely Tribe looking slightly more coordinated in this game. Lucas looking with that shield, looking to do a lot of damage. Sandwich between Devoted, and Devoted got double kill, but he was taken down 10 to 15. 15 in the favor of Tribe, looking to take this game with 2.5 minutes left to go. But Hammers are clawing it back to 2 points between these two teams. 1 point between these two teams. Is this Tribe crumbling under pressure once again, as Devoted being the man of the hour did get a kill spree, but it was ended by Samo. 19 to 17 between these two teams. 2 minutes to go. Sean, how is this playing out, and who's looking overall, do you think, stronger right now in the first half of this game?
Well, I think Tribe was looking very strong, but it's very close between the two teams right now. They've had some loadout changes. Hammers has actually switched up to being 2 Black Tusks and 2 Long Claws, as far as I've seen, and that allows them more damage per second. If they use if they utilize their magazines effectively, they're going to be able to just take everybody out from Tribe. However, we do see Tribe widening the gap right now, and they're gaining control. No! Big King L gets the double damage, and so does Billy the Kid, grabbing that invis. Those 2 big power-ups are now belonging to Hammers at the moment. Billy the Kid now has double damage on his invis, so that's going to allow them to really close this gap. It's down to about 4 kills right now, with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining, and 3 kills at the moment. But it's still Tribe's favor right now. All they have to do is back off and just allow Hammers to come to them.
It is exactly what they have to do, but Hammers are going to them and they are doing their best, but they can't take it closer than 3 to 4 kills. Every time they get a kill, it's being followed up by Tribe, and now the airstrike raining down on that map. The round is over, and Tribe take the second game 40 to 36. Once again, it's so close between these two teams, but Tribe coming out on top once again, Sean.
It was so close. If you just look at the bottom two scorers over there, who actually had pretty high scores for Tribe, they had 10 and 10. And you look over at Lucas and Big King L on Hammers, they had 8 and 8. So with them, that's the difference between getting matched with the score 40 to 40 and not winning the game versus Tribe. Hammers is just so close yet so far at the same time. They've got to clean up their gameplay. They've got their backs up against the wall right now, and if they don't win this next match, they're out of the tournament after their Cinderella story. And I don't want to say it, but it looks like the clock is about to strike midnight for them, and they're going to collapse into that pumpkin that was a carriage.
Man, you've been watching too many Disney movies, man. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed in Sean.
I grew up watching that, bro.
That makes a lot of sense, Kappa. But anyway, just throwing a little bit of shade. I absolutely love you, man. But this game 3, like you said, the backs are against Hammers. They have to pull out something big in this game 3. Moonbase map. There's no invisibility. It's only double damage. The main area that players, I feel, which I think you talked about already, that they need to target is this bottom lane center area where the double damage infuses, or spawns, should I say. Hang around there, take that as a 3 to 4 man team, and then kind of look to, acquire a good bit of protection around the kind of edges of that underneath lower part of that center area, and look to just use the double damage to your advantage and get kills on the board. But I want to ask Sean, what other areas of this map are also very important for the players to utilize?
Well, the top lane in the center is not so important. We do have the shields up there in that point, and if you're looking at the jumpers on the sides, we do have shields as well, health power-ups over there on both sides of the map. But overall, what we've been seeing as the meta for this game is a lot of the teams in Snowbase like to focus around the center bot lane, because that's where the double damage is. Other than that, they're just going to be flying around using those jetpacks to be able to take out and flank anybody who's not paying attention to them. If you are going to be coming and approaching into the center of the bot lane, rather, you can approach from the top, but it just makes it a lot more awkward to be able to drop down from the mid lane to get into the bot lane there. And that's where you're very vulnerable to a lot of fire from a well-controlled bot lane by whatever enemy team you're going up against. So you've got to be careful. You've got to just be able to choose the correct loadout here. Tremor may be effective. Thunderstorm may be effective. Black Tusk is always effective when you're in tight quarters, because that's a lot of damage per second coming out.
Exactly. We are 5 seconds away from starting this game 3. Hammers have to pull out something big. But as we do get underway with the actual hype of this first game, 3 against 3 in the left-hand side of this map, and Hammers start as strong, getting 2 kills already, getting 3, but his crawl back as 1 has been taken on Maverick, getting the job done onto Vinny the Kid. But I want to ask Sean, with another bit of a roster swap on the side of Hammers, Elsie is coming back in. Do you think that's actually kind of not helping Hammers when it comes to synergy? I know they have a lot of hours together as a roster, but other than this third game, they suffered a little bit with the roster changes. Do you think it's going to go against them, or maybe they're just trying to find the perfect comp, so to speak, with their players?
I feel like their comp is actually pretty good right now, because they are in the they've got double the kills that Tribe has. So having Ilsef and Devoted both playing on the same team is actually pretty wicked at the moment. But they've got to be careful because just like what we were talking about, if you control that setter bot lane, that's where you can really rain down damage upon anybody coming into those choke points. However, Hammers, they took it away from Tribe, and now they've still got control of the double damage there. Devoted doing those one-shot, one kills, but he's not able to succeed as Maverick takes him out.
Indeed, and one thing that I've just been informed, Rich, I'm not gonna lie, I was not aware of. Elsif is apparently EU-based, so Hammers actually have a cross-regional roster, which should actually work in their favor because, as far as I'm aware, it is an EU region, so this is definitely working. However, Tribe are crawling their way back, only 3 kills between these two teams with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game. Becco and Billy the Kid going up against each other. Devoted now supporting Becco. They're supporting Billy the Kid, my apologies. And now it's gone back up to 5 kills separating these two teams. Also, maybe this map is also very much favoring the Hammers team. Maybe they love playing on this map and they've kind of somewhat mastered the layout, mastered where to be positionally, because it is definitely working for them. However, Tribe not doing too bad. 3 kills separating these two, and they are into the last 10 kills, the last 1.5 minute of this game, 4 separating these two behemoth teams with the double damage. Not quite responding, a little bit further away. 35, 36, 30. Hammers are looking to close out this game. This third game, crawling their way back, maybe putting it into a 2-1 situation. We could have a 4th game on our hands between these two teams, 38-35. Sean Austino, this is so close between these two teams. 1 point away for Hammers. Round is over, and they take it with Devoted being the one and only, getting 11 kills and only dying 7 times for his team.
That is exactly what he needed to do. Devoted, Big King Elsif, Billy the Kid. Look at all those scores on the board. They're all 9 and over for their kills. Versus Tribe, on the other hand, sure, we've got the big guys, Maverick and Biko, getting 14 and 10 kills, but there's only 7 and 6 kills on the other side for Houdini and Samo. And look at the deaths. 11 deaths for each of those guys. This was a game of inches, and just those smaller amount of deaths and the more amount of kills on the other side, that's what ended up getting Hammers the game. And we're going to a game 4. This is bonkers. This is what Hammers has been known to do in this tournament so far. They're taking these to extra games, and now they've got hope. And hope is all you need to be able to win and get into that final match.
Have they got a player on the roster called Hope? No, I'm just playing with you there. And for a second, because I'm in the party for a second, I was like, is there actually a player called Hope? Because if that was the case...
The way I was talking about it.
Yeah, I know. The way you were talking about it, it was like, okay, is there actually... But no, you're right. They do have Hope. And you also did right. They've crawled their way up from, not to use it too much, but the bottom of the barrel, and they're doing it again. And is it going to be the same roster? No, Lucas is in for Elsie, so they're changing the roster around. I don't know, not to kind of, be too dismissive, but the last roster worked in the last game. I'm curious as to why, other than the fact that it is going to be NA server and LCF is EU based, but it worked for Hammers in the last game. A little bit like why change it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep Devoted, keep Ilsef in there, but he's not going to be in there this time. Maybe that's why they switched him out, because he is going to be cross servers. But I feel like one of the big things that was instrumental in Hammers winning the last game was them controlling the power up. And even if it was the double damage was being juggled around between the two teams, at the very end they got their perk, they laid down that Black Tusk sentry, and it was able to stay there and keep guard. It provided that extra body that Tribe was forced to take out and forced to not ignore beforehand. That way they would be able to get more kills later on. But because they had to focus down that sentry, it allowed more time, less damage per second coming at hammers, and they were able to get those extra kills that they needed to get. So we're in game 4 now. We're going to be starting up soon, Imperium.
This is the very first game 4 as well. So, I know the games are only 4 minutes, but they're fast paced. They can be quite mentally draining. So to go into game 4 time after time, Hammers taking a 2-0 lead already with these with these long claws doing a lot of damage, but not quite. Oh, Lucas on the Samo. Absolutely fantastic shot, and he's on a killing spree. It says a lot, Big King L trying to go against Houdini. Houdini backs away. The rest of the Tri team do back away, and the invisibility has spawned and being picked up by Maverick. That's all he can do. He gets 1 kill on to Big King L. Let's see if I can follow up 4 kills separating these two teams. Shield is up. The double damage was picked up, should I say, but has been used. It's on the side of Houdini, but has been able to do much in this game so far. 1 minute, about 6 kills separating these two teams. This is looking once again pretty damn good for Hammer, Sean.
It's looking pretty good for them. Both of the loadouts for the teams are interesting because we both see them. We see them each having 2 Black Tusks and 2 Long Claws. So they're matched when it comes to that point. But if you look at who's doing the most damage output, it's Lucas right now. He's got 7 kills, 1 death right now. And we've got Billy the Kid with 7 kills. And he just jumped up to 8 kills and 5 deaths for himself. So that's right there. You take Lucas out of this game, it's all Tribe, and Tribe would be winning. But right now, man, it's actually just the gap is widening as the game goes forward. We're approaching the mid game right now. The power-ups are about to be respawning again. It's coming up pretty soon.
It is indeed. Devota's on a killing spree. Maverick has ended Devota killing spree. It's 25-17. That is 8 kills separating these two teams. It's the biggest lead Hammers has had in any game, if I am correct in saying that, as Lucas is once again on another killing spree. Devota has picked up invisibility. The airstrike rains down on this moon base map as the teams kind of just separate to try and avoid that damage. Houdini's under a lot of pressure by Big King L. Tribe are not able to get into this game at all. It's like they're a different roster compared to the first 2 games that we saw. Hammers are just ramping it up. We could see a Game 5 in this series on who's going to go on to face the bots in the grand final. 34-21. Hammers are looking goddamn comfortable, Sean Austino.
They sure are. Hammers have such a big lead right now. They almost have double the amount of kills that Tribe has. And all they have to do in the last minute is just chill, sit back, and relax. They need 2 more kills to be able to win. They could just go for it. They could put the pressure on Tribe right now. Tribe backing off, staying on that left side of the map. There's only 1 kill remaining, and Lucas gets it with the Long Claw.
15-3, Sean Austino. 15-3. Lucas got 15-3.
He sure did. 12-10, followed by Billy the Kid. Look at the other side.
Actually, look
10-11.
By the way, look at Devoted. He got
Devoted, yeah. 10-3 too. There's everybody except for Big King L were above 10 kills on the other side. Whereas the only person that was 10 kills or above was Biko on Tribe. You're right. It was like a different roster. We're going to a game 5. This is bonkers. This is bananas. 1 banana, 2 banana, 5 banana game right here.
Man, hey, look. It's coming down to a banana split, Sean Austino, between these two teams. Sprinkle some of that lovely chocolate and vanilla ice cream with that whipped cream, the hundreds and thousands, and you get a masterpiece of a matchup between these two teams. Hammers and Tribe. We said the Hammers were looking pretty good. Tribe came in. They wiped the floor in this in the first 2 games. Tribe did. But Hammers came back. They clawed their way back, as we've seen them do time and time again. And they are just one game away from securing their spot in the grand final, where they will go up against the bots in some form of a redemption match. But Tribe are far from down and out. The last game saw them really lose their step in this series, but they can easily come back. What do you think Tribe have to do?
Well, we're going into magma right now, so the long claw is definitely going to help. And if I recall correctly, what we've been seeing Tribe do in situations like this is they have 3 long claws and 1 black tusk. But that could easily be countered, and we've seen it countered before. If Hammers maybe throws out more weapons that are shorter range, but they have more ammunition in the magazines, longer extended drawn out fights are going to be able to allow them to win. So if we look at the loadouts right now, we do see Tribe going for 2 long claws right now and 2 black tusks. That could change once we get into the game. And I'm looking over at Billy the Kid, Big King L, Devoted right now. Elsif, we've got 1 long claw and 3 black tusks. So if that continues, then I feel like all Hammers has to do is close in and get past that first initial shot from the snipers, from the long claws that Tribe has, and just utilize all the ammunition in the magazines from the black tusks. Then they could be able to take them out. They could get that early lead that they were doing before in the previous game, and they could win. They could do this. Hammers could get to the finals.
They could indeed, but Lucas, who was the master blaster of that last game, is not in this 5th game. Elsif is in. And that's going to be up to him to kind of carry the torch, so to speak, on this Magma map. These 2 teams have spawned in either side of this game. Let's see what can happen. Both playing a little bit passively.
That was a top-notch Mad Max reference right there with the Master Blaster. Thank you for doing that.
No problem, my friend. No problem at all. 2 apiece in the first 15 seconds. But we are seeing Hammers going quite close. Elsif is going in, but he does get taken out by Samo. Samo is on a killing spree, being a king for his team, but it's only 3 kills separating it. 30 seconds in, it's just beginning. It's just starting to warm up. Nobody can say who's really truly going to win in this absolute masterpiece of a game.
Houdini, he's grabbing both power-ups.
Oh, he got taken out, my friend, by Billy the Kid, and it is Elsif picking up the double damage. It is 12 to 10, 11 to 10, 12 apiece. Could this get any goddamn tighter, Sean Austino?
This is so sweaty. Samo has got himself 7 and 3 for his KD right now. Billy the Kid has 6 and 3 for his KD. They are just trading so equally between all these team members. Everybody else on both sides right now has got 3, 3, and 2, and now it's gone up. Elsif has got himself some extra kills in there, but still, Tribe has the lead at the moment with Samo picking up the slack, widening that gap. 20 to 17 right now with 2.5 minutes remaining in this 5th match of the series. Oh my goodness.
Archer Racing, knees are weakening. This is so close. And Hammers, they just have to do a little bit more because they're only 3 kills away from equaling the Tribe kill count, and that's what they have to do on the side of Tribe. They just need to take it easy. Devoted is on a killing spree right now. He's getting back into it. Billy the Kid is on 9 kills and 6 deaths, so he's looking pretty good so far. 23-24. It's only 1 kill apiece. Big King L's picked up invisibility. Double damage being picked up by Elsif. This is Hammer's time to shine as they finally take the lead with 1.5 minutes to go. It is so close for Tribe. Come crawling back as they go 28, 27, 28 apiece. This is absolutely ridiculous. I do not even know what else I can say because these 2 teams are speaking 1,000 words a minute with their action as 33-30 Hammers rain down with the airstrike, absolutely wiping out and going to a 5 kill advantage on the side of Hammers. Is this the turnaround we were not really expecting to see coming out from Hammers? They only need one more kill, and Tribe are taking it very easy. They're trying to get the wipes. Maverick gets his shield wiped out. He's going to have to back up Pico on the top side of this map. LCM, Billy the Kid, Hammers take the win. They take the 5th game. They take the biggest sweep of the century with the brushes on each side of this Armajet game, and they turned it around for 2 games behind to take the last 3 games and secure their spot in the grand final of the Scorpia Armajet Crossfire tournament. I'm speechless, Sean.
You're flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. Hammers reversed sweeped Tribe in this series. Hammers now has the opportunity to go up and take their sweet, sweet, delicious honeysuckle revenge versus Libots, the ones who put them into the losers bracket. They want it so bad that they took out the #1 Titans in the tournament to get here. We are going to be going to the finals with those 2 teams. This is just insane. I can't believe it. This is I'm speechless as well, Imperium.
Man, Hammers. I love you guys just for the storytelling. You know, I know no team wants to go the hard route, so to speak. No team wants, like, okay, there's a balance. So for any good competitor out there in any sport, in any competition, they want to, a small part of them wants to win as easy as possible, but the competitor inside them wants to earn that spot. You know what I mean? They want to fight for that spot. They want to know that they have really pulled out all the stops to get that job done. And this is what Hammers have done. Nothing against the bots, but Hammers have full on literally crawled their way from the bottom to the very top and will face the bots in the grand final. But to, you know, just widen things down a little bit and to kind of go on a different type of hype. Sean, we have 3 more smexy giveaways for the viewers.
That's right. We've got 3 more giveaways, guys. Before we go to our break, before the finals, we have 3 more giveaways of 100 Paragon each. Type into the command right now, into the Twitch chat, !Crossfire. That's CROSSFIRE to get yourself a chance to win that awesome, amazing, and gorgeous, shiny-looking Paragon from Armajet.
Gorgeous, darling. And what's that kind of music that you hear? Was it do 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 do? Anyway, but it's kind of like the wait time music. Or if we had some lovely elevator music, that would be the perfect music to have while we're waiting for the winners to be announced. But man, like Sean, I can't go on enough about how amazing this tournament has been so far. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit sad to know that it's ending, that we are ever closer to, you know, to finding out who's going to be the winner of this tournament. Take us back to a couple of highlights for you.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how insane this whole tournament has been for the Scorpia Crossfire Armajet tournament. Starting on day 1 on Friday, we had Tribe and Libots both going forward, taking 2-0 series by the end of the day. Well, not Libots actually did end up losing one of the matches within their series, but they still won both their series back to back. Then we had Hammers dropping down and GGEZ both dropping down into the losers bracket with 1-1 apiece. All the other teams, Swift, Fairy Tail, were 0-2. Team Keck and Nova were both 1-1 as well. But then we have them going up against Hammers, just sweeping the floor with everybody. They waited, so did GGEZ, to go up against teams like Nova versus Team Keck for GGEZ. Hammers in part 2 of yesterday, came out against Nova, getting 2-1 to their record. GGEZ went up 2-1. And then Hammers, who had a 3-1 record by the end of the day, beat GGEZ in a 2-0 series fashion. And it has just been a crazy, it's been a crazy prince, whatever Cinderella story to get them to where they are now. These Hammers players, these pilots here in the Armajet tournament, this is an insurmountable goal that they've achieved to go from the losers bracket to get back up into the finals. And they're going to be going up against Labots, who have pretty much had a bye the whole time until today, going up against Tribe, taking Tribe down, knocking them down off their high horse, and letting Hammers do the dirty work for them to finish off Tribe, to take their tomahawks and slit their throats with it. And
whoa, Jesus! Whoa, that escalated quickly. Jesus, savagery. So yeah,
but Labots now has the chance to put Hammers back in their place, or Hammers has the chance to take their revenge upon Labots.
Exactly. And before we talk even more about that matchup, the first winner of the giveaway is not even Lucas. So congratulations to you, sir. You have won 100 Paragon. So just make sure that you put your IGN in the chat for the moderators, for the guys in the back end of things, to make note of your IGN so that can be put onto your account for you. Congratulations to you and to everyone that's entered. Thank you very much. We have 2 more to go. 2 more chances of 100 Paragon for you guys. And if you take a leaf out of Hammer's book, if you fail once, just try again, my friends. So, coming up between Labots and Hammers, this is a rematch, so to speak, from day one, which we talked about, where Labots just about got the better of Hammers, taking a 2-1 victory. This is Hammer's chance to, create a little bit of a redemption story, going up against the team that they lost to, the team that got the better of them, that went on to beat Tribe 3-0. Hammers have turned around and said, well, we beat Tribe 5-2, my furry little friends. We are ready for you. We are ready to take on your roster, to take on your players. And also, Joe, what I love about Hammers is consistently, time and time again, they've rotated their roster. They've had different players in time and time again, and it's worked. I questioned whether it would be effective, but it has been very effective. It shows the strength of their roster. It shows the strength of how well they are going to be planning to go up against each other. So this is going to be a crazy, crazy situation we're going to have in front of everybody between these two teams.
It's pretty insane, Imperium. If you want to think about it like this, let's think about analogies for a second.
Yeah.
A hammer smashes things. Hammer smashes metal. Labots are made of metal. Hammer can smash metal. Hammer can smash Labots. It's possible. It can happen. We can see it happen here on stream in the Scorpia Crossfire Armajet tournament.
But what beats Hammer?
What does beat Hammer?
Well, what does beat Hammer? So you have,
not paper, not scissors. Rocks, not scissors. There's no hammer in there.
Well, I don't know if you watched Big Bang Theory, but it's rock, paper, scissors, I think hammer. Lizard, or if you see Big Bang Theory. But anyway.
I don't watch that show, and you're an Irishman. Wait. That's pretty awesome. That must mean it's a good show.
You watch Disney, but you don't watch Big Bang Theory. Wow, Sean, my opinion.
Hey, man,
it's just
back in the day, we didn't have. I don't think I'm too much older than you, but back in my day, we didn't have all these crazy channels everywhere, all this cable, thousands of channels to watch. We just had like 3 channels to watch. And then it was like NBC, ABC, Fox, and all you had to watch were things on tape other than that. So we watched Cinderella and the Little Mermaid and Aladdin over and over again. So that's why I'm coming up with these illusions.
Back in my day, I just had a hammer and a rock to play with. You know.
Let's talk about who won. Who won the Nightbot Crossfire Paragon. It was Armajet Python. He's won the giveaway. Congratulations, Armajet Python, who we've seen here play in the tournament.
Indeed. Yeah, congratulations to you, my dear furry little friend. You've won the second giveaway. My apologies, I didn't realize that. I thought we had already done two. I got lost in the shuffle of talking about Cinderella stories and back in my day analogies. But
Imperium, he's a python. Yeah. Pythons are not very furry. They're actually very slithery and slimy and scaly. So I don't know where you're saying furry little friend here.
How do you know this particular python? Because when you're talking about Armajet, it's an Armajet python. How do you know space pythons are not furry?
I see. They got to keep warm in space. That totally makes sense because it's colder out there, right? We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to furry up a little bit. Okay.
Exactly, and they can use the feathers to control where they're going because in space there's less atmosphere. There's less gravity, should I say? So they can use the feathers to dictate where they want to go, like a bird. So that's see, Sean. My logic is
it's sound.
It's sound. My logic is indeed sound. But I apologize, guys. We are just waiting to find out who's going to be the third winner in our 100 Paragon giveaway. The 500 total Paragon giveaway supported by Super Bit Machine and Armajet. Fantastic creators of this game. Thank you so much for supporting this Crossfire Armajet tournament. We are going to have about a 10-minute break after the final giveaway.
We've gotten the third winner, Imperium, and the third winner is James, or Jaimez. Jaimz has won the 100 Paragon, the last 100 Paragon giveaway. Congratulations to you, James.
Congratulations indeed. So we are going to go on about a 10-minute break because, frankly speaking, I really need to pee, Sean. And I'm sure some of the others do. So please do not go away, guys, because once we come back, after we've emptied our bladders, gotten a coffee, we're going to have a bit of a surprise. And then we are going to have the absolute beast of a grand final between Labots and Hammers. So see you guys soon.
Running full system diagnostics. Machine status fully operational. System online. All stations are now enabled. Target dog the resistance. Operation overkill.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Scorpia Partners Crossfire Armajet tournament. And I'm with, my name's Imperium. If you've just joined, and if you've been here all the time and forgotten who I am, my name is Imperium. And I'm joined on the casting desk by the one and only Sean Austino. And
What's up, buddy?
man, what is up? The sun, moon, and stars are up, Sean. So, sun, moon, stars, and space.
Maybe on your side of the world, but on my side, I got the sun
What do you
shining
mean?
so bright.
What do you mean, my side of the world? The Earth is flat, dude. Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so, we've got to the point where we are at the grand final stage, the grandest of grandest final between Labots and Hammers Esports. But before that, Sean, we have a bit of a smexy surprise for the folks that are watching.
We do have a surprise. What is the surprise? How about you fill us in?
No, I'm leaving it up to you. You're filling this in.
I-
You're introduced now.
Are we talking about? Are we talking about Kima coming in? Is Kima? Oh, it's Canyon. We're gonna be
Oh.
doing Canyon. We're gonna be showing
Oh
a
my
vid.
gosh.
Are we gonna be showing a video of Canyon?
Oh my
Is that
god.
what it is?
What do you mean? You should
I'm in
know.
the dark.
Read chat.
I'm in the
Okay.
dark here, buddy.
You fluffed it, Sean. You fluffed it.
I
So,
did. I
so
botched it completely.
you botched it so hard. It's not even. You botched it harder than Try botched that game against Hammers. Oh, shade being thrown.
Ooh.
But I don't know if it has started playing. But TP, would you get the video rolling for Canyon and entertain the good folks?
Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Sam Ovens here, and right now I'm at my offices here for my company, consulting.com, and I'll show you around.
Sorry for the
Welcome
black
to
screen,
the
guys. We
all-new
do have a
Canyon,
little bit of an issue, but it
a
should be going
high-octane
good now.
Death Valley filled with incredible sights and numerous strategic positions. If you want to increase your team's win rate in this arena, heed the advice given in this official Canyon map breakdown. Before taking to these beautiful copper skies, let's go over the ground rules. Canyon's central three-way fist separates west, or A side, and east, or B side. Canyon is asymmetric, but a keen observer or team captain would be quick to point out a top, middle, and bottom section for callouts, just like the other maps. Observe the natural flight paths that lead to the only available game-changing power-up of the map, the infamous double damage. If your team has any available sentry ultimates, we suggest deploying them at these positions for nearly 360-degree coverage of western and eastern defensive positions, especially for any upcoming game modes. Fortify these key positions on both sides for continued air superiority. Long lines of sight with defensible outposts exist on both sides. The A side gains a peak just before jump pad number 2 that can defend bottom, middle, and any pilots crossing over from above. Sharpshooters on the sniper's nest can immediately stop any flyovers or lay covering fire for the front line. The lower B side snipers are protected by the middle ledge itself and can clearly see and defend a bottom and middle assault, as well as keeping an open eye on the skies. B-side sharpshooters on the sniper's rails provide very wide and clear coverage for their team's advancing front line. From left to right, the bottom western caverns house a med pack between jump pad 1 and 2. Jump pad 2 can launch a pilot up and over the central fist in a surprise maneuver. Landing onto the eastern side, we face a steep and dangerous climb under the rails with a med pack in between jump pad 3 and 4. From the east, pilots can boost quickly to a well-protected shield between the rails and can naturally provide reinforcement to the right entrance of the fist. This helps teammates secure a double damage power-up as the battle transitions to the western side. Clearly, these are only our suggestions on maneuvering Canyon and its one-of-a-kind layout. We also shouldn't need to remind you that there is no replacement for practice time and game sense when learning a map's hidden advantages. As always, use your best judgment on weapon loadouts, team composition, and ultimates, and you'll be sure to emerge victorious. Good luck, have fun, and happy hunting on the all-new Canyon.
Oh, Oh, Sean! Sean! Shut down. That is my kind of map. A map with three-way fisting? That is my kind of map. What do you think of it yourself, Sean?
That is a really sexy map. I got to see it last week. I got to play on it a little bit too. And I actually didn't get to hear a lot of the explanation when it comes to how to defend it. I'm a very visual person, so seeing how the snipers are set up, seeing how the sentries are set up too, to have a really good to prevent and defend a lot of the mid power up is actually a really smart technique to use. So it's good stuff right there. I'm excited to be playing on Armajet's new map Canyon next week.
Yeah, and that's the thing from a genuine point of view, taken away from the whole fisting bit. Anyway, the map does look really nice. I love the video explaining and having a breakdown of the core parts and where maybe might be best to put the machine guns and stuff like that. And I just love it. It looks really nice. It really ties in with the current map variety while still standing out on its own. And yeah, it's also great that Armajet are putting a new map in there. It's because, you know, sometimes as a game evolves in terms of updates and stuff like that, I know it takes a lot of resources to create a new map. But when kind of the game is kind of developing stuff, when you have the same set of maps, it can become a little bit not bland, but you kind of get a little bit bored of just going through the same map setting. So having a new map, it's really going to, inject a lot of excitement into the game, into the player base, as they learn about a new map and how to exploit its positions and its map setting. So that is going to be released, I believe, as part of the update that's coming tomorrow, if I'm correct in saying that, Sean.
I'm not sure when it's going to be coming out, but if it's tomorrow, I'm all for it.
It is tomorrow, according to chat with Killer Penguin, just spamming out the word tomorrow, woo, and through a fisting. I imagine him saying that in his absolute hype voice. So, I think his hype answer is definitely how everybody is feeling. But that's the update tomorrow. Sean, my friend Sean. This is the grand final, the grandest of finals, the finalist of grands between Hammers Esports and Labots.
It sure is. We've already got Tribe set to be third place after that match between them and Hammers. And now Hammers has the opportunity to upset Labots, who have come all this way undefeated in each of their series. And they have the obligation of taking revenge upon Labots. Labots has to defend themselves against the vicious Hammers that are going to be coming into this grand final. So I'm excited for this. It's going to be a crazy, crazy matchup. It's going to be a best of 5. So whoever takes 3 games away first is going to be the grand finalist, the winner of the Scorpia Crossfire Armajet tournament.
Get your answers, comments into the Twitch chat on who you are supporting. If you're Hammers, put hashtag Hammers. If you are Labots, put hashtag Bots. And we are getting underway in this first game, best of 5 series grand final. It's what we've been preparing for, waiting for over the past 3 days, as we do see the lead going over to Labot straight away, but it's returned one apiece. Lucas getting the kill onto Dracusa and starting as he means to go on. But Sean, talk us through the loadouts between these two teams and how it's looking to shape the game.
Well, so far we've got blue team, which is actually Labots. They've got themselves a couple of black tusks in there. They have 3 black tusks. They've got 1 long claw. So the long claw is pretty effective because this is a pretty big map, but there's a lot of space in there in the mid section for everybody to be running around. So the long claw may not be effective sometimes. If we have a lot of spread damage, a lot of damage per second with the black tusks, that could be very effective. That double damage did just get picked up by Dracosan, so he's going to be able to utilize that well, hopefully, to just kill some fools up, take somebody down from hammers, and let's see how everything plays out.
I pity the fool who disregards the double damage that came out of Dracosan there, as hammers, who had a 6-point lead, are now 4 points behind in this game. The bot's turning it around quite nicely. Archer picks up that double damage. Let's see what he can do to it. But Big King L is doing a lot of work for his Lebot team for his Hammers team, as is 16 and 14, down to 2 kills separating these players, down to 1. Hammers once again turning it around. Archer's under a little bit of pressure, but he does take down a couple of members along with the rest of his team. It's gone back up to 5 points. The bots are really dominating the mid area of this map, going on a rampage is the one and only Bad, and securing that drone, firing onto the side of Hammers, putting them more and more pressure. They are 8 points ahead. The invisibility is up. The double damage is about to come up. And the bots are really dominating this game, being 9 points ahead. Hammers falling apart somewhat slightly, Sean.
Yeah, a little bit. They're 7 kills behind at the moment, but we do have Big King L with that invisibility. Billy the Kid picked up the double damage right now, so they could turn this around. They have the option to do this now. 4 kills. They're closing the gap at the moment. Billy the Kid, he's the one to watch out for. He is on a killing spree. Just took himself down, one of the enemy team members. And right now, there's only a two kill difference with 1 minute remaining. Billy the Kid getting himself the airstrike that they need, closing the gap to within 1 kill.
Man, Billy the Kid is strong enough. All the rest is not good enough for the one and only Billy the Kid. 2 points separating these teams with less than 1 minute to go in this first game. Best of 5 series. It's only started in this absolutely epic grand final of the Scorpia Partners Crossfire Armajet tournament. Who is going to come out on top in the last 30 seconds? The bots are definitely kind of keeping it in them, but only 1 kill separating these teams. It is all over the place in this map. The teams are definitely a little bit coordinated, but the bots are now 3 points ahead. They only need 4 more kills to secure round 1. Bad is on a killing spree, but Big King L and the rest of his Hammers team has definitely put the gap back to 2 kills. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going into overtime, my sweet Mary Mother of Jesus, between these two teams. 25 seconds left. Who is going to come out on top? Is this the start we've been waiting for in this grand final? Could it get any better? Could it get any sweatier? If it does, I feel like I might have a heart attack. I might fall off my chair with the sweat that's going to be pouring down as I do cast these fantastic games. Hammers have taken a 1-point lead. Oh my absolute sweet Jesus. Sean,
it's still a tie. 43 to 43. It's
what?
a draw. Is that a draw?
What?
I see 43 to 43 on the screen right
Okay.
now. Look
What
at the
happens?
scoreboard. That is a draw. Oh my God. Not only did we have the first overtime match of the entire series, or is it the entire tournament rather, but we also had a draw. 43 to 43 for Labots and Hammers. Hammers was ahead for just a split second. And this is up to Bro Broski and the rest of the admins, because I do not know. My powers as a caster have left me when it comes up to something like this. I have no idea what we're going to be doing.
So
we're just continuing the series.
So we're continuing the series, which I literally don't know kind of what to say, if that makes sense.
Because this is, yeah.
You know, on a side note, we are going to have a server swap, just to let you guys know, because we're going to be swapping in between the servers. It started with NA server, and now we're crossing over to the EU server, just to let you guys know, by the way. But we really need confirmation on the actual format, because we've been told that it's continuing, but if needed, we replay at the end. But I really want to know what that means, guys, on the back end. I know you're trying to sort this next game out, but it's not a matter of if needed. The players need clarification, the viewers need clarification, and we need clarification on what the actual situation is, and how these games are going to continue. So we're just trying to, the second game is set up, and apparently we're going to get an explanation in a second. So guys, bear with us. Apologies, but this was completely unexpected, Sean. Completely, I've never seen this. I've never seen it in any game I've been a part of. I know every other game I've been a part of, there's a clear winner, but I've never seen it. Like, it's ridiculous. In the grand final of all things, game one of the grand final, doesn't that show that both these teams deserve to be here?
So according to the rules, Brobrowski is telling us that we do continue, and he's still letting us know. But I'm thinking at the moment that we will continue because it is a best of 5. If you think about it, in this best of 5 series, nobody got the win, so it's still 0-0 right now. So if we get to the point where we're still getting more information. If we get to the point where it's 2-2, then we replay the first map.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're continuing. Cool. It is a draw. We're continuing into the series to see how things play out. And if these teams are so closely matched, I actually would not be surprised if something crazy happened again. Like we get another draw, another overtime, another draw. That would be pretty damn insane.
We'll be here for the next 4 hours just going over the same game again. It'll just be never ending. But there has got to be one clear winner, I'm sure, and one of these teams will come out on top. But like I said, Sean, the fact that the first game of the grand final was a draw after overtime, it just shows how much these teams have fought and deserve to be in the grand final. Really, I love this.
It sure has, Imperium. It's just crazy sauce how these two teams, Hammers and Labots, are so competitive that they're able to get to this point in the grand finals. And we're going to see how things turn out in this next match. But it looks like everybody's loaded in. We still got Dracosin there subbing in, or on the side of Labots, Bad, Archer, Riani, who we have seen these guys perform so well. But if you look at the other side, we've got Hammers with all the people we know and love. Else If, Big King L, Billy the Kid, Devoted. We've all seen them perform so well during the course of this entire tournament. And we're going into game 2 now of the grand finals.
Man, it's like I just don't even know what to expect at this stage of the game. I try and predict, try and have an idea, but my God, Bad starting off strong. 2-2 already in the first 10 seconds. These teams are going absolutely at it like a hammer to a nail. I'm talking about hammer to a nail. Hammers are hammering the nail into the coffin as they go 1 kill, 2 kills up, 1 kill up in the first 30 seconds. Sean, talk about the loadouts that these two teams have on their sides.
It looks like both the teams right now have got 1 long claw each, followed by the remainder being black tusks. So they want to snipe people out on this map, which is typical of the magma map. Devoted actually did pick up the double damage, but he got shot from the rear by Archer, and now Big King L has it. Watch out for him.
Who knows? We could see in the new Canyon map, players will be fisted from the rear at some point in this game, and I'm sure plenty of jokes will be made. But 13-13 apiece in this grand final between the two teams. Billy the Kid has ended Rahini's killing spree. This is 15 apiece. That's I'm sorry, but this is BS. Come on, one team, you start really getting into this game because, like, I know they're trying, but 1 kill apiece between these two teams is absolutely ridiculous. Hearts are racing, it's absolutely ridiculous. But now we're starting to see a pull away on the side of the bots. 4 kills, 3 kills ahead with 2.5 minutes to go. Sean, I don't even want to say what the Hammers need to do to get back into it, because we saw in the last game they got back into it and they crawled their way back. They're only 3 kills behind. Draco-san gets taken out on his own as Billy the Kid is doing a lot of work on this side of Hammers. He has a nice KDA of 9, 6, and 3, so he's definitely the leading member of this Hammers team with 2 minutes to go. It is equal on killing all 3 members, or 3 out of 4 members on the side of all 4 members are on the left hand side of Hammers, but they get taken out. But they do take a lead of 29 to 28. It's going in favor of Billy the Kid. Captures the invisibility, and now we do see Big King L with the double damage, and with that airstrike gets a kill. It's going over in the favor of Hammers, my dear Sean Austino.
Billy the Kid used that airstrike effectively, and just when we thought it wasn't going to get anybody, it took out 1 kill. It's still evened up, though, 32-33 right now for Hammers. They're just edging this game out so effectively, but they've taken a big lead right now. They're 4 kills in the lead right now, 32-36 for Hammers at the minute, with about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the match.
Come on, 3 kills left for Hammers to take this game on. That's all they need. On this side of the bots, they just need to weigh it out. They need to crawl it back. They've crawled it back to 2 gaps apiece. It's been quite a while since Hammers have actually gotten a kill. They can technically wait, but it's only going to be a matter of time if they don't take the bull by the horns now in the last 45 seconds. 36, 38, 40 to 36. Finally, we have a winner of a game, which is surprising to say, and Hammers get the job done, and they take technically game 1, or they go 1 game ahead after 2 games in this best of 5 series. This is just as close, Sean.
It's super close. Billy the Kid right there, only 2 kills above Riani on the bots. And the 15-9 right now for the KD for Billy the Kid. It's just insane how these two teams were so close the entire time. And then that's where they pulled away within the last minute. Not even the last minute. I feel like it was the last 30 seconds of the match where they finally had a big separation. But it was just a smattering of kills that Hammers ended up getting that got them the 4 kills they needed at the very end. And this is finally it. This is where we're starting to see the separation between the bots, between Hammers. Now, with this small lead, a little bit on the front foot, will Hammers be able to proceed the rest of the series in the grand finals here and take it? That prize pool, the $200 is on the line. The 4,000 Paragon lion's share is on the line for one of these two teams right now. Who will get it? Will it be Labots? Will it be Hammers?
Time will tell, my dear Sean Austino, as it's going to get sweatier and sweatier. It's going to get tighter and tighter. I didn't think it could after that first game, but I really feel it will as we get further into the series. However, we could technically see one of these teams choke heavily on their own breath and really fall down hard. It could be Labots. They've lost this second game and gone 1-0 down behind. I don't know what exactly the formation was in their first game. Sean Austino, did they lose the first match? No, they actually won game 1, and then they lost game 2, and then they won game 3. So believe it or not, this is the very first... No, sorry, against Tribe, they lost the first 2 games. So the bots are in some way used to going a game or 2 behind and crawling their way back.
Or are we talking about Hammers? It's Hammers,
no, I'm talking about Hammers.
Yes.
Hammers are used to it, but the bots are not. This is the first time they've actually... Yeah, it's the first time they've gone behind in this series, Sean. So this is technically new territory for them in this tournament. And they're going 1-0 ahead in the first 15 seconds of this game, but 2-1 now after 20 seconds. It's looking pretty close. Once again, the Labots team using the kind of invisible lines, the bridges, should I say, to kind of get the better, but it's 3-2. It's still so close. Once again, not a lot of kills in the first 30 seconds, but we do see the invisibility and the double damage has been, has been picked up by all members, or at least all available members of Labots. As they go 6-3, 3 kills ahead in the first minute. Like I said, both teams are playing very passively, but this is working to Labots' favor. Is it the loadouts?
The loadouts are different this time. We have Average Guy 777 in the game at the moment, and he started with a Tremor, which is something we haven't seen very often throughout the scope of the tournament, and he's still using it right now, going up against Belly the Kid in a 1v1, but he ends up falling. And other than that, we have seen 2 Long Claws to start off, or 4 Hammers along with 2 Black Tusks, and now it's changed to, it looks like they still are maintaining the Black Tusks and Long Claws, but they're pulling ahead right now. They're 4 kills in the lead for Hammers at the moment.
Yeah, Lucas is on a killing spree, pulling out all the big stops, using that sniper to ridiculous ability for his team, getting shots off between bad Average Guy 77. They have a 7-kill lead 2 minutes ago. This is the biggest gap we've seen between these two teams in the 3 games, and Devoted is on a killing spree. Lucas, Devoted, they are really starting to work together and slightly falling apart for the bots. Not saying they cannot get back into because they have the talent. I'm talking about that Draco-san is on a ridiculous killing spree. Average Guy 77 has picked up the invisibility. Let's see what they can do with this, but they are falling behind a little bit more because Billy Kid has the double damage. Draco-san is getting double teamed, not the way he likes to though, as the bots are falling behind still. Once more, 1.5 minutes in this game, 23-17. It's still close, it's still tight. The bots can crawl their way back up, but they've got to pull out all the stops as they are kind of starting to do this. But Billy the Kid is on a killing spree, and Draco-san just fell into the shots that came out from Big King L. 8 points separating these 2 teams. Hammers are on overdrive, Sean.
It's really unfortunate because I feel like the Tremor is what's setting back the bots right now. Like, even though we've seen it get a few kills, Average Guy does have 4 kills to his name, but his deaths are what's killing them. He's got 6 deaths right now. We have 8 deaths for Archer, and that's what's really widening the gap between these 2 teams. The damage output, the reload time for the Tremor, and some of the slower weapons like the Long Claw, it's not what the bots needs right now. They need to be able to increase the damage output. They've got to pick up both the power-ups. Right now, Big King L just got himself the double damage, and he's raining those Black Tusk shots onto the other team. The invisibility, Archer could get it right now if he wants to, but it just went over to Hammers as well. Hammers getting both those power-ups is so instrumental to them winning this game, and all they need is 1 more kill. There they have it. They take the lead. Once they still maintain the lead, 2 games up right now, not including the first game, which was a draw.
Yeah, indeed. This is Hammers. Man, Hammers just getting the job done. Billy the Kid pulling out absolutely fantastic plays, getting a massive 15 kills. That's 6 more than his closest teammate, which is Big King L, on 9 kills. Working pretty damn effectively for his Hammers team, as we are going to have a change of server once more. I think because with the mix-up of, with the kind of, not the hassle, but with the first game being a draw, should I say, the server order has kind of changed a little bit. I believe we are going into the NA server next, or the EU server. I'm not quite sure, but either way, man, the bots, they're not down.
We got a 50-50 chance, so it's going into one of those.
Really? I didn't know that. Wow, Sean. Wow, you should become a
I should be a statistician.
Statistician. As Killer Penguin put in server chat, R.I.P. Sean. Indeed, R.I.P. Sean. Indeed, but no,
We're going into EU according to our admin.
yeah, we're going into the EU server, so that is going to be something that is going to be pretty damn tasty. Hammers are cross-regional teams, so it doesn't really matter too much to them, so to speak. But then
I feel like that's the interesting
based.
thing. That's the interesting thing about the Hammers roster is that Ilsef, he's able to swap in whenever it's the EU server, so that helps to reduce the deficit they have with the ping, which is very fascinating. And with the bots though, they're an EU team. I take it correct. Hence the name Les Bots. I would imagine they're French. So them being there. They actually would have the advantage, but as far as I don't know if I know Dracosan is on Misfits, and I know Misfits is primarily an NA based team, so I would imagine he is on the NA. He's EU based. Okay, well,
yeah, he is.
Shut down my prediction.
I just happen to know that he's actually German. In fairness,
Does he play another game, another esport?
He plays Vainglory. He's part of MGL, so I do know him. So either way, 10 seconds, and this is the map, by the way, Sean. This is the map where Hammers turned it around against Tribe, where they got their first game win. So this is somewhat lucky. They are one game away from becoming winners of the Scorpia Partners Armajet tournament, Crossfire Armajet tournament. And to be honest, I don't want to see them win this next game because I want to see it go a little bit further because the bots deserve them losing 3-0. It would taint a little bit in terms of how much they put into work and how dominating they've been in their games overall in this tournament. But it's 4 kills apiece, 30 seconds into this game. The loadouts are interesting, Sean. Why don't you have a bit of a word about them?
Yeah, actually, on the bots team, we've got 3 Black Tusks, 1 Long Claw there. We do see them pick up the double damage, so Archer is going to be able to utilize some of that damage output that he has at the moment. If you look over at Hammer's roster right now, they've got a couple of Black Tusks that I see. We do see 1 Long Claw there as well. So, it's all pretty much mirrored between the two teams right now. They have some long range. They've got some medium range, high DPS weapons as well. So 13-10 right now. We do see a little bit of an advantage for bots coming in about a minute and a half into the game. So if they can maintain this, then we will be going to another round.
Yeah, it does seem that the Hammers roster seems a little bit disconnected. I feel, apart from each other, they haven't really been able to kind of get into the game fluidly compared to the bots. The bots seem to be a little bit more synergized overall, I feel. But then again, in saying that, it's back down to 3 kills apiece. Draco-san is on a killing spree. The German maestro that is Draco-san working well for us. The bots team 3 kills apiece still, separating these two teams. Oh, Hammers, they're turning it around. They've put it down to 1 kill apiece. Devoto being engaged onto Archer, who does get taken down, but his Hammers against the bots in the mid-center area of the map with the double damage about to respawn. Can King L get it? Is he going to get? No, he doesn't. It isn't even picked up by any side of Hammers as the damage has been done. 27-4. Draco-san has picked it up for the bot side as they are 3 points ahead. It didn't quite work out for Hammers in that spawn area for the double damage, and they've actually paid the price by going back down to 3 kills behind because they were so close. But Devoto is on the left-hand side trying to get in behind for his side, but he might get caught out if he's not too careful with that long claw. He's going up against Archer, but it's 30-25. The bots really keeping this game to their advantage. 32-28 with 1 minute to go, Sean.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Hammers right now. They've even been doing good damage rotations and backing off, healing up with those med kits, grabbing some of those shields, but there's just so much damage that's falling upon them from the bots right now that it doesn't matter if they're getting the shields. It doesn't matter if they're getting those med kits. They're just coming into a world of hurt whenever they enter the center part of each of the lanes. So with a 5-kill differential right now, 1 kill remaining, boom, that's it. That's all she wrote for that round. And the bots are taking it to another game in the series. They're fighting back versus the Hammers.
Boom, shaka, laka, laka. The bots keep themselves in this grand final by securing the 3rd game. We are going to have once again a change of region for these players, going back over to the NA side of things, where technically one could say the advantage is going over to Hammers, because as far as I know, no member of the bots is NA based. Might be able to confirm otherwise. So technically it is going to go over in the favor of Hammers, but they're still not down and out. Hammers still only need that 1 game. You know what I mean? They still only need that final game, whereas the bots, they need to get 2 more games to take the win. If the bots do secure this next game, we will go back to the first map played, Sean. So it's going to be very, very interesting as we get these players loaded into the lobby.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty fascinating. Going into Game 5 here, with that first game being the draw, it's a huge deal, I must say. And where Labots has the opportunity here, they could go ahead, they could go forward, they could win this, they still have the chance. But Hammers, all they need is 1. They just need 1. We need 2 from Labots.
2 minus 1 equals 1. I just thought I'd do some random maths for you, because I'm preparing to let you guys know the prize pool breakdown for you guys. So first place will get $100 and 2,000 Paragon. Second place will get $60 and 1,200 Paragon. And third place will get $40 and 800 Paragon, which already has been secured by Tribe. But I want to say that, to be perfectly honest, the prize pool, in my opinion, isn't important when we've had so much absolutely awesome action from these teams. That, yes, okay, there's a certain level of, who doesn't love a prize pool? But, man, you know, these teams have just had so much fun, crazy plays, that it's so great to see these teams showing up, having so much fun, and just giving us, the viewers and the casters, so much action and hype to get behind.
You know what's actually also great about these higher tier, higher bracket matches, I want to say, is that when we get down here into the semifinals, the grand finals, these teams, they know that they have all fought to get here, and you could tell in the chat, they have so much respect for each other.
Yeah,
they're always saying, good luck, have fun, GLHF, yes. GG, well played, at the end of each match. They're having fun at the beginning. It's fantastic. It's fabulous. And by the end too, they know, going in between the matches, these are all hard fought matches. It's not a complete domination by one team or the other. These are close matches within inches, within a couple of kills of the other. The first one was a draw. The second and third ones were very, very close. And the last match, it was still close as well, but there's still hope for both of these teams right now. All we need is one win for Hammers. We need 2 wins here for Les Bots to be able to pull out the victory, to get their lion's share of the prize pool.
Man, like, both these teams are in the lobby. I want to get this goddamn stuff underway, and we are 9 seconds away Have fun, everybody that is playing, because this is going to get real sweaty real quickly into this game. Now, Moonbase is very much map control orientated, but we are seeing Labots go 2-1 and already 3-1. This is crazy. Big King L being cornered like a madman. 4-1 already, but now we will see Hammers respawning on the left hand side of the map. They could be able to pull it back somewhat, but either way, the bots are looking pretty good. 4-2, 4-3. Yes, indeedy, Rini. Hammers are clawing their way back into this game, putting it to 4 apiece in the first 30 seconds. The loadouts are definitely looking pretty good. Who seems to have the advantage from that point of view, do you think, Sean?
Well, we do have 2 Black Tusks, 1 Long Claw, and a Tremor used by Average Guy once again on the side of Labots. This is where I was very critical of them in the first match they played, because they had a huge reduction in their damage output with that Tremor. It takes a long time to reload, almost 2 seconds, and they are not, even though it's good spread damage, you have to be closer to be able to utilize the damage from it. Each of those flak shots, which comes out, is 20 damage a piece. And look at this already. We see Hammers pulling away because the damage output is not as much as it needs to be from Labots. We got 15 kills up versus 9. Hammers is really taking the lead with 1.5 minutes into the match.
Yes, indeed. There's no point in having a good spread if you can't follow up with those core kills, indeed. So yeah, Hammers leading the way, 16-10. Labots could be about to get their ass handed to them, but Hammers are not letting up, Sean. They're being just as aggressive, and I actually like that attitude, because if you be a little bit passive when you're ahead by a certain amount of kills, you allow yourselves to kind of become complacent. But they've ramped this lead to 11 kills. That's the biggest lead we've had between these two teams in all games we've seen so far. What the hell is going on, Sean? Have the bots just bottled it? The bots, the bottlers, they will be known as in future if they don't let themselves get back into this game.
Oh, it's because of Big King L. Look at him. He's got himself 9 kills on Hammers right now. 3 deaths to his name only. Billy the Kid, 6-4 right now, 6-3 for Devoted. They are just ramping up the kills. If you look at Average Guy and Dracosen on the bots, they only have 3 and 2 kills each with so many deaths. Even Bad has got himself 10 deaths at the moment. They're not letting up. Hammers has got themselves the double damage. They just dropped it, but they picked it up again. It's being juggled between everybody on the side, and it doesn't matter because it's actually gone now. So that within this next minute, we've got to see a lot of trades happening favorably for Labots. Otherwise, it's going to be Hammers all the way winning the grand finals.
Indeed, 35-25 kills away for the side of Hammers before they take the grand final. Billy the Kid with that lightning gun just raining down, causing a thunderstorm for Hammers and allowing bots to be wiped out there. 2 kills away, 1 kill away. Stop Hammer time as Hammer Esports take the grand final and become the very first Scorpia Partners Crossfire Armajet champions. And they did it quite confidently, Sean.
They did it very confidently despite the draw in the beginning. We have been talking about this the entire tournament, Imperium. Hammers has the endurance. They have been put in so many situations. They have been thrown down into the loser's bracket, and they were able to come out on top, taking out everybody in their way. This was the true underdog story. This might as well have been Rocky that we were watching the whole time. And we just saw the Hammers, the Americans, take out the Europeans. It's like they were going up against the Russians here, Labots. Only Labots are obviously the French-Russian Labots. And we ended up seeing an immense drama played out for us this entire weekend. Kudos and congratulations to Hammers for pulling out the win here. I had it right when I was saying I wanted to see them win. I when I interviewed May earlier today, her saying that her prediction came true. She was saying that she was most scared of Labots, and she anticipated they would take second place. Tribe was going to take third, and it all came true. She was the soothsayer here, and Hammers take the win here in the Scorpia Crossfire Armajet tournament, and they get themselves the lion's share of the $200 prize pool and the 4K Paragon.
Yes, absolutely well done to Hammers for taking that lead. I cannot really say any more than that. So on that note, after some ridiculous plays, a ridiculous series alone in the grand final, well done to Hammers and all teams involved in this tournament. I do hope that anybody who has been watching that does not play the game, download the game, get involved, become a part of the awesome Armajet community and the game itself, and let's go on a journey together, guys. And for anybody that is already involved and supporting the tournament, thank you so much. I'm just going to round off a couple of people that definitely stand out. Of course, Nahib, the owner of the Scorpia Partners organization, for getting this all involved and bringing Armajet to the forefront of this tournament. To Broski, who, man, the amount of work, organization, the scheduling that he puts in to get everything sorted out between the players, teams. Dude, you're an absolute master, a legend, and you deserve so much credit for getting this sorted. Thank you to Killer Penguin for hyping up these streams, hyping up this tournament, and being involved. You're an absolute legend. First time meeting you. Look forward to meeting you again. Thank you so much to the wonderful Teepee for also streaming these games and being an absolute crazy member of the community. You are an absolute legend, a wonderful person, and look forward to also being involved with you. Also, give both of those guys a follow on their individual streams and support them as they absolutely make waves among the Twitch community. Thank you very much to also Armajet and Superbit Machine for supporting this tournament, for getting involved, and for just also creating a goddamn amazing game. Thank you so much. So much.
Thank Imperium. You are such a grateful person, full of gratitude. And I wanted to say thank you, buddy, for coming on and co-casting with me, being such an amazing host, leading the conversation, letting me be the analyst and color casting. And I'm so glad we were able to work together once again. And thanks to the Scorpia Partners for reaching out to me and allowing me to cast their first ever Scorpia Crossfire tournament here for Armajet. And it's been an amazing ride here this weekend. It's been fun times. And thanks to everybody, all the people in the community for Armajet, for being here, and keep supporting the game and keep supporting Scorpia Partners.
Yeah, and thank you so much for that, by the way, for those kind words, dude. Like, on a side note, on a personal note, before you, without going too far away from the awesome action we've had, like I said in the server and a couple of other people, like, I've been a fan of yours as a caster since I heard you cast last year. It's been a dream to be able to meet you and to even cast with you. You've become a friend, you become a co-caster along with me, and I've learned so much off you, so thank you so much for that. But without getting too soppy, without getting too outside of things, we are going to give you another, I wouldn't say necessarily a surprise, but we're going to end the stream by showing the Canyon video again. I believe it's set
Let's
up.
say thanks really quickly. Let's say thanks to also Brawl Z, who organized the tournament well behind the scenes, one of the admins.
Definitely.
Much love to you, my brother.
Much love indeed. So without further ado, thank you once again for joining us on this tournament. Look forward to being involved again and bringing you some more Armajet action. Download the game, watch the Canyon video, and have a lovely evening, guys.
Welcome to the all-new Canyon, a high-octane death valley filled with incredible sights and numerous strategic positions. If you want to increase your team's win rate in this arena, heed the advice given in this official Canyon map breakdown. Before taking to these beautiful copper skies, let's go over the ground rules. Canyon's central three-way fist separates west, or A side, and east, or B side. Canyon is asymmetric, but a keen observer or team captain would be quick to point out a top, middle, and bottom section for callouts, just like the other maps. Observe the natural flight paths that lead to the only available game-changing power-up of the map, the infamous double damage. If your team has any available sentry ultimates, we suggest deploying them at these positions for nearly 360-degree coverage of western and eastern defensive positions, especially for any upcoming game modes. Fortify these key positions on both sides for continued air superiority. Long lines of sight with defensible outposts exist on both sides. The A side gains a peak just before jump pad number 2 that can defend bottom, middle, and any pilots crossing over from above. Sharpshooters on the sniper's nest can immediately stop any flyovers or lay covering fire for the front line. The lower B side snipers are protected by the middle ledge itself and can clearly see and defend a bottom and middle assault, as well as keeping an open eye on the skies. B-side sharpshooters on the sniper's rails provide very wide and clear coverage for their team's advancing front line. From left to right, the bottom western caverns house a med pack between jump pad 1 and 2. Jump pad 2 can launch a pilot up and over the central fist in a surprise maneuver. Landing onto the eastern side, we face a steep and dangerous climb under the rails with a med pack in between jump pad 3 and 4. From the east, pilots can boost quickly to a well-protected shield between the rails and can naturally provide reinforcement to the right entrance of the fist. This helps teammates secure a double damage power-up as the battle transitions to the western side. Clearly, these are only our suggestions on maneuvering Canyon and its one-of-a-kind layout. We also shouldn't need to remind you that there is no replacement for practice time and game sense when learning the map's hidden advantages. As always, use your best judgment on weapon loadouts, team composition, and ultimates, and you'll be sure to emerge victorious. Good luck, have fun, and happy hunting on the all-new Canyon.